Level 80. It takes a village. Relieved as he is that you and Konog are safe, the dig site chief wishes to know of Anog's fate. So, what happened in there? Well, I won't pretend I understand half of that. Can't say metaphysics is my area of expertise. Still, I knew that those androids in white and their weird orb were trouble. And you're saying that you gave them what for, so they won't be coming back, which is good, right? Glad to hear it. Thanks for risking your neck for us. Where's Anog, though, and your android friends, for that matter? Seems like they should have come back with you. What will you say? You won't say anything. Not apologizing. It's not our fault. No, she. But why? It just don't seem fair. I was holding out hope, you know, that everyone would be fine and life would go back to normal. I should have known better, sure, but someone will need to tell the villagers, again. As for Konog, can you speak with him? I managed to talk him out of running back in there as soon as he woke up, but this, it might be better coming from you, or maybe I'm just a coward. Through the tunnel. You're back, but where's everyone else? No, she can't be gone. She wouldn't leave me forever. Because if she did, there'd be no one left to. A letter from Anog? Konog, I've been to another world. I've seen it. What does she mean? The world, their constructs? That's hardly a reason to run off on her own. She could have. I would have. I have something I need to do, so. That watch belongs to the chief's wife. I found it when I was clearing rubble earlier. It was broken, but I went ahead and fixed it. She'd probably like it back, so you can give it to the chief for me. I suppose. Wouldn't they be happier if you delivered it yourself? I can't. I need to. Never mind. I'm sorry. I appreciate all that you've done for us. If only I was as strong as you are. Maybe someday. How did it go? Something for the missus? Wicked White, we thought this was gone for good. She'll be glad to have it back. It's all she has left of her parents. Why didn't Konog come in person, though? He must know we'd want to thank him. No, not him, too. Seems that you once again have a cause to comfort a distraught dwarf. Burger Mountain. Left a letter of farewell. He's gone. Wish I could have done something, anything. We've lost them both, and it's our own fault. We drove them to this. This can't be right. What do you plan to do about it? What is right in the end? What do you plan to do about it? I don't know what I should do. I don't know how to make things right, but villagers need to understand that we can't keep on like this. They might be better listeners now that they don't have to live in fear anymore. If they can believe that's the case, that is, you mind sticking around? It'll seem more credible coming from the both of us. I'm here for as long as you need me. How much does this position pay? I knew you would be. You're always willing to do what needs doing. I'm ready to do my part too. Wait here. There's a little wait spot. No, standing right in front of it. Now that you're all here, I have an important announcement. Zilia's put an end to those machines and their plot. It means the danger's past, but more importantly, that it's time we look to the future. We'll need to come together. Hold your iron frogs. Even if those things are gone, this ain't over. The culprit needs to be brought to justice. How can you expect people to move forward if we don't set an example? That's right, we want to see consequences. Death, mutilation. Do you really? We need to talk them down or we'll never get anywhere with this. Bloodthirsty bastards. The sooner we do away with the culprit, the sooner we can all relax. You know I'm right. Glag thinks so too. You change your tune if the finger were pointed at you. Blame could just as easily fall on someone you love. You wouldn't dare accuse me. Everyone knows I'm innocent. Don't they? I only need to do what Glag says, right? Then he won't blame me, and whatever happens, it won't be my fault. You think that will protect you? No, this is a choice you must make yourself. But then it'll be my responsibility, no matter what happens. Someone else should be the one. All we need is one or two people to take the blame, then the rest of us can get back to our normal lives. You'd build your life by destroying others? Or are you planning to volunteer? Why should I? I've done nothing wrong. No, not a single thing. Justice should be swift and decisive, I say. Nothing so satisfying as the headman's axe coming down. Justice isn't about personal satisfaction, and if it comes down on the wrong person, at least we'll be able to put this mess behind us. Forget the whole thing. Can't think about it anymore. I just can't. The most prudent course is to cooperate with Glag and rid the village of guilty party. Then everything will be as it was. Will it? Is it really prudent to follow harm with cruelty? If it weren't, Glag wouldn't have suggested it. He's the elder. He knows how these things work. If not, then... No, don't be ridiculous. Well, they've settled down a bit at least. Thanks for that. Still sober, eh? Then I'll ask, what do you reckon we should do? Stop this before it's too late? Whatever doesn't involve me hearing everyone's opinions again. How should I know better than any of you? Stop it before it's too late. Maybe the outsider's right. We'll never agree on who should take the blame for the attack, which means the real problem is Glag. I did feel a lot more confident before he started telling us to listen to other perspectives. He's been trying to turn us against each other, but he's the elder here. Shouldn't he have seen our village's fiery destruction by skybound machines coming? What? No. No one could have foreseen this. No matter how wise they are, how hard they try, no one's right every time. We've all made mistakes here, believe me. Anog, Konog, Glag, the whole lot of you, and me, all of us. We failed each other. Alas, there he goes again. Lolly, sorry you had to see that. Oh, I may not be cut out for public speaking. I won't give up on putting Gomer back together, though, in whatever way I can. I don't know what we should have done, but there's nothing for it but to try and do better, day by day, moment by moment. Day by day, moment by moment. Need some help with that? Of course you do. I admit I feel better knowing you'll be around. Oh, pardon me. I was thinking about what you said, and I realized I probably haven't been the most helpful. I'm choosing to try harder from now on, so if you need another pair of hands... You're more than welcome to join us. So I'd say we're all past due for a little breather after all that's happened. Take a rest. Chief's orders. Understood. I'll be just over there then with my thoughts. Yes, not a problem. He's a little odd, but he's got the spirit. I look forward to putting the both of you to work at your earliest convenience, of course. Level 80. It takes a village. Complete. Level 80. Comer wasn't built in a day. The dig site chief eyes you expectantly. Ale, thanks again for offering to help us rebuild our village. Oh, so are you rested and ready to begin the work? No time like the present. Not just yet. I still have worlds to save and packages to deliver. Wonderful. I can't tell you how reassuring it is to have you with us. Now, to begin with, we need to discuss how we're going to tackle our task. You could join our nervous friend over there. I'll be along after I see to some preparation. Wow, it's come. My doom has come. Doom. Oh, it's just you. Sorry, force of habit. So, is it time to rebuild, that is? Everyone's here. Good. Let's get right to it. I have an idea that I want to run by the two of you. In order to rebuild, we're going to need lots of supplies and willing hands, neither of which we have a whole heap of at the moment. But then I thought, what if we have availed ourselves to the technology used by the machines? With the wealth of parts they left behind, we'd have all the materials we need to rebuild and upgrade our automata to do the work. Not only would it be practical, since we'd be using the force behind our destruction for our salvation, it's also poetic. For your part in this, I'd ask you to venture into the tunnels and gather those items what might be useful. Whatever you find, you can bring out to our friend here. He'll examine the objects to see how they might be put to use. And that's about it. So what do you think? Sounds like a plan. I wasn't paying attention. Could you explain it again? Sounds like a plan. Good. With this, the rebuilding can finally commence. We'll prove to everyone that you can't keep us dwarves down, except maybe with copious amounts of grog. That's been an issue historically. Well, I'd best be getting back to my post. Without someone breathing down their necks, our miners are liable to stand around with their thumbs up their arses. If you have any questions, you can direct them at our friend here. Between you and me, we're probably doomed to fail, but if it's going to happen anyway, there's no point delaying it. That's to say, if you're ready to begin, then so am I. A weekly quest which continues the story is now available from the Doomsaying Dwarf in Comra. Lend your aid and help the dwarves of Comra to rebuild their home. Level 80. Comra wasn't built in a day. Complete. All that grinds is not gloom. Level 80. All that grinds is not gloom. The Doomsaying Dwarf wishes to send you to gather machine parts, and definitely not to your doom. Ready to go to your doom? Get to work, are you? Good. As per the chief's instructions, your task is to gather items the machines left behind that might prove useful for rebuilding our village. Do you know any suitable places for this? Machines have a base deep in the tunnels, and there's a ruined factory strewn with machina. Oh, that sounds perfectly forbidding. While you're out there searching, I'll get my tools ready for dismantling. Look forward to seeing the spoils of your foray. Copied factory. This is like a repeatable quest, it said. We just go into the factory, or do we have to, I guess we don't have to do the raid, we just go in, huh? Yeah, okay. This is fun. It looks like there's 3 repeatable quests. What we get. It's like, excuse me. Is this like, Doma? Guess that's it. I don't know what the purpose of all this is. We're just gonna do it. Well, drench my beard. I've never seen anything like this. It's not going to suddenly spring to life and strangle me, is it? No? Well, if you're sure, I'll set about studying it at once. Oh, I should mention that the chief was looking for you. Seems he has news to share. It's something dreadful, I shouldn't doubt. Well, 80, all that grinds is not gloom. Complete. Holly, you'll never believe this. Ho, something's arrived at the village from you from Konog. It looks to be some kind of technological what's it. See this gold pattern here? Haven't the faintest how you'd read it, though. This portable archive the siblings built should do the trick. I have just the thingamabob for the job. So you just wave this archive at it? Well, there you go. Feel free to check it at your leisure. You know, might be as Konog's up and left the village, but the fact that he's still keeping in touch, it gives me hope that he hasn't given up on us yet. So I'll keep doing what I can. I'll keep working to change this village into a place that Konog would want to return to. We've got lots of mountains to climb, and it's going to take a lot of time, but bit by bit, and with your help, I'm sure we'll get there. You obtain a message from Konog. Message can be viewed in your portable archive, which is available under the collection in the duty section of the main menu. Konog's messages. Message from Konog 1. I hope this message finds you. I'm going on a journey to learn the secrets of the white spheres for myself. Maybe some of them will be of use to you. I'll keep a record just in case. It. Thing dwarf. All that grinds is not glue. Level 80. All that grinds is not gloom. The doomsaying dwarf wishes to send you to gather machine parts, and definitely not to your doom. Ready for another foray, are you? Well, if it wouldn't be too much of a bother. Excellent. Let our inexorable march towards failure continue. So do you recall the Machina you brought back last time? Unfortunately, they were rather far gone and couldn't salvage much of them. Do you think you could bring back more of the same? Consider it done if you think it best. Thank you. With the bits from the extra specimens, I think we can put together something useful, even if we're inevitably doomed to fail. Yes, we just have to run in and pick up some stuff. Just said we can only do it once a week, so it just takes a while. Huge pain in the... Huh? Zone 1. This just brings us back to the beginning, huh? Brings us back to the beginning. Why would you need that right here? Like, why? You know, I saw on the map, I figured, but I didn't want to keep passing it if it was a shortcut. Didn't make any sense. Warehouse. Ah. Yeah, we still have a lot of stuff we need to do. Great. We can just leave now, huh? Yes, yes, exciting. Ah, yes, precisely the same as last time. This ought to suffice for our purposes. Thank you. You know, I've been feeling a little bit more optimistic in spite of myself. By keeping occupied with our work, I find my mind doesn't stray towards the doom and gloom as often as it used to. Seems it's better to take action than being idle with negative thoughts. If only it weren't so hard to take action in the first place. Well, I should be getting back to my work. Perhaps you could report to the chief in case he has other tasks that want doing. Thanks again for bringing the parts. Level 80, all that grinds is not glue. Yay, progress. Golly, just the center I've been looking for, ho. Another one of those recording devices has arrived from Konog. Seems the lad has more that he wants to say to you. Here. You have a moment, be sure to see what's on it. You there. Yes, the two of you. What are you doing? Talking and nodding suspiciously? What are you up to? You're conspiring to take over the village, aren't you? Just like those murderous machines. Huh? What am I? What did I just... my head. Something's not right with Glag. It's not quite the same sort of hot right what follows a few too many casks of ale. Well, whatever it is, it's nothing you need to worry about. I'll take care of it. Now then, was there something else you needed? Is there anything I can help with? How's the rebuilding coming along? Well, excuse me. You, what do you want? You're here to mock us, have done with it, and leave us be. No, I'm not here to mock you. On the contrary, I want to join you. I'm usually not one to get involved, preferring to observe from a safe distance while making the occasional comment to remind people of my presence, but seeing how hard you've been working for the village, I couldn't help but want to make myself useful for a change. But we could certainly use all the help we can get. What say you, Zilly? Shall we welcome him to the crew? Thank you. I'm certain you won't regret it. After that strangeness with Clag, I wasn't sure what to expect from our dour friend, but it sure wasn't an offer to help. Anyway, I'll find a moment to talk with the fellow about our plans, and when he's managed to settle in, you ought to have a word with him, too. But to answer your earlier question, there's nothing we need you for right now. Only a matter of time before we can call on you again, though, so kick your feet up while you can. Weekly quest, which continues the story, is now available from the Dour Dwarf in Comra. Lend your aid and help the dwarves of Comra to rebuild their home. You obtain a message from Konog. The message can be viewed in your portable archive, which is available under Collection in the Duty section of the main menu. Where the hell is he at? Oh, I can't do it because I did the other one, huh? Merchant of Comra. Quest is not yet available. Okay, well, at least we got some of it done. Now we check the portable archive. Okay. Here's Illy. I forgot to mention I brought a pod with me. It assures me that the spheres came from a different world and their purpose is to invade others by duplicating the machine life forms. It's weird to think that someone ours is the other world. Merchant of Comra. Level 80, the Merchant of Comra. The Dour Dwarf is raring to do his part to help the cause, and for this he needs your help. Appreciate you letting me join you and apologize for my earlier rudeness. Not to make an excuse, but it's been a trying time for us all. Now, I've been pondering the ways in which I might contribute to the rebuilding effort. While I don't have many talents, not outside of those considered normal for a dwarf such as drinking, at any rate, people do say that I have a gift of the gab. Using this gift, I've been trying to peddle wares in the outside world to earn coin to put towards our work. There's just one problem. At the moment, we don't have anything that would fetch a halfway decent price. No, we need something more unusual and exotic than our grog and automata, and as I racked my beard for ideas, it came to me, what could be more unusual and exotic than objects from another world? Machines, we have a base inside the crater, and I understand it's brimming with all manner of their paraphernalia. Such items are guaranteed to fetch a high price. We just need someone to venture in to retrieve them. You. You're not fussed about what I bring back. I'm not sure if they'd be worth that. As long as it's unusual, I'm confident I can spin a sales pitch for it. Ah, yes, the coin bags of Yulmore would trip over themselves for such rare curios. So just bring back the items and leave the rest to me. Our coffers will be full before you know it. Infiltration. Right. Elevated detritus. Probably go back and do some of these raids. I don't recall them going all that well on our initial blind playthrough. Exotic paraphernalia. Yeah, it's all the way down. Mm-hmm. YoRHA. Alien ship. Like right here. Nice. Okay, now we'll just exit. Illusia. Not you. Back from the crater, are you? Come, show me what you were able to find. Oh, strange and wondrous items all. I'll examine everything closely before I attempt to peddle them, but these ought to be snapped up with nary a fuss. Thanks for bringing these. Now I can do my little part for our village. Ah, and before I forget, the chief was asking for you earlier. If you have a moment, do go and see what he wants. Level 80, the Merchant of Comra, complete. Ali, doubtless you've already guessed, oh, but another recording device has arrived from Konog. Here. As far as I can tell, he's sending them at regular intervals. What could the boy be up to? I could ask you the same. What devious scheme are you plotting? Well, whatever it is, you won't succeed. This is my village, and I'm not letting you have your way with it. Huh? Why did I say that? Why did I feel so angry? Forget I said anything. As you can see, Glag's still behaving strangely. I tried talking to him earlier. He all but told me to bugger off. On the face of it, you'd assume he takes exception to what I did at the meeting, but this is a little too strange. At any rate, this is my problem to deal with, not yours. You just focus on doing your part for the cause, eh? You obtain a message from Konog. Message can be viewed in your portable archive, which is available under the collection in the duty section of the main menu. Konog's messages. Message from Konog 3. Dear Zillia, I found out that 2B and 9S accessed spheres before this all started, which is why they knew about the machine lifeforms' plans to take over our world. They added their own data to that of the machine lifeforms when copies were being made, like some sort of technological virus, apparently, so that they could come here and stop the machines. They were our allies from beginning to end. Konog. Okay. Level 80, the Merchant of Comra. The dour dwarf is raring to do his part to help the cause. For this, he needs your help. I was wondering when you would come by again. The items you brought back last time are perfect, but I'm hoping to have more stock before I head to Yulmore to do my peddling. Could I trouble you to go on another foray into the crater? Enter the puppet's bunker. I was running. Carry this heavy container to the bunker. Slide. Yay. All right, so turn these in and continue on. There you are. Were you able to find anything else of interest? Marvelous. With the addition of this little lot, I'm now ready to set forth. Truth be told, I'm a little daunted by the prospect of going all the way to Yulmore, but if I have confidence in myself and some grog is always good for that, I'm sure that all will be well. But yes, I'll see to it that our wares fetch the best coin they can and prove to everyone that I'm worth more than the ale I can hold. Thanks for all your help, my friend. I'll be fine from here, and you can let the chief know as much. Level 80, the Merchant of Comra, complete. Holly ho there, ho. Zilly, you'll be pleased to hear another recording device has arrived. I know what you're up to. Oh yes, I can see through your ruse. You pretend to be a friend while spreading vile rumors about me behind my back. Well, you're not going to drive me out of my own village. I'd rather die beardless and dry, you hear me? Beardless and dry. What am I doing? Well, it seems the visit I paid Glag the other day backfired. Hard to tell if trying to reach out to him is better than not doing anything. That's enough about Glag. Let's talk about cheerier things. Owing to everyone's hard work, the village is starting to look like itself again. This had the effect of inspiring another one of us to volunteer to help. The fellow's been wanting to speak with you, so let me call him over. Boy, Zilly's here if you wanted a word. Chief, Zilly. I've always believed that our actions speak for us, and I've always respected them as dared to make things happen rather than sitting around. But sitting around's what I've been doing while you labor to rebuild our village, and it made me ashamed of myself. I want to help too, if you'll have me. Whatever problems we may have had in the past, having more comrades can only be a good thing. We'll let them join us, of course. I'm glad we're on the same page. Thanks for giving me a chance. I'm ready to get to work. Just tell me what you need me to do. I'll start by having a chat with the fellow and see how he can contribute to the cause. Perhaps you can look in on him later. I'm sure he'd appreciate hearing from you. Weekly quest, which continues the story, is now available from the decisive dwarf in Comra. Lend your aid and help the dwarves of Comra to rebuild their home. You obtain a message from Konog. The message can be viewed in your portable archive, which is available under the collection and the duty section of the main menu. They're going to let me do it this week? Nope. I have to wait till next week. Well, let's read our message and then we'll continue on. Portable archive. Konog's messages. Message from Konog 4. Dear Zilly, the White Spheres have ties to 2B and 9S's world, which is almost inconceivably advanced. I found that data there is stored by machines bearing the names of gods, and even the tiniest glimpse of the smallest portion of it reveals memories by the hundreds. People's memories. What does it mean? I need to know. Konog. Level 80. How to catch an automaton. The decisive dwarf regards you with steely determination of someone who's about to ask a favor. Oh, it's you. I've been meaning to apologize for my behavior at the meeting. For all my bluster, I had nothing to offer. You made me see the hypocrite that I was, and I'm determined to do better. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't struggling, though. We need more automata to help us rebuild, you see, and I thought that we could repurpose the ones we've got guarding the village. When I went to shut one down, the blasted thing tried to bash my head in. Barely escaped with my beard, I tell you. Whoever programmed them did their job a little too well. You're supposed to be a mighty warrior, though, ain't that right? Think you could subdue an Ironbeard for me, and just to show how it's done, if I could see it once, I reckon I could deal with them by myself. Just watch and learn. Oh, all right. Oh, all right. I'm in your debt. Here, take this sack. You can slip it over the Ironbeard to keep it subdued after you've knocked it around enough. Ah. Okay. Bugger my beard, you took care of the automaton so quickly, I would have missed it if I'd blinked. Thanks for bringing this thing back, and for the lesson as well. I reckon I've got the trick of it now. I've also come to realize something. There ain't no action so noble as one that you take for another. Keep that close to my heart and strive to be someone who strives for others, just like you. By the way, the chief came looking for you while you were outside the village. It seemed important, so go and see what he wants, eh? Level 80, how to catch an automaton, complete. Sally, yet another recording device has arrived. Oh, whatever Konog's up to, as long as he keeps sending these, we can assume he's safe and well. Anyway, here you go. Chief, can I speak with you for a moment? Sure, what is it? It's Glag. I ran into him just now, and he was behaving oddly. Just when you think he's angry, he suddenly burst into tears, and the next thing you know, he's talking with you like you're an old friend. Ah, that. He's been that way since the meeting. But I'll sort him out, so don't worry. Thanks for bringing me word, and let me know if you notice anything else. Seems Glag's condition isn't common knowledge yet, but it's only a matter of time if it continues to worsen, like it seems to be doing. Sorry I'm saying all of this out loud, but it's not your problem to deal with. Just stay focused on the rebuilding. That's how you'll best help us. You obtain a message from Konog. Message can be viewed in your portable archive, which is available under Collection in the Duty section of the main menu. Message from Konog 5. Dear Zilly, I knew all along, really. I knew that Anog was dead and that thing with me only looked like her, but being with her, whatever she was, it kept me alive. It made me want to go on living. The spheres can create anything, rebuild it in our world, then surely they can grant me this, Konog. How to catch an automaton. How to catch an automaton, level 80. The decisive dwarf regards you with the steely determination of someone who's about to ask a favor. Ah, it's you again. Thanks to you, we've now got a good lot of automata helping us out, but we could still do with more. You're not too busy? Do you think you could retrieve another Ironbeard for us? Rest assured you won't be doing it alone this time. I'm going to retrieve one too. When we're done, let's meet back here. Happy deactivating. Ooh, it was a rough going even with your example, but I managed to shut down an automaton in the end. How about you? Great, with these 2 additional units on duty, I'll be able to spend more time I'll be able to spend more time doing things that automata can't do. For the rebuilding, yes, that's it. And thanks to you, I found something that I can do for Comra, but as helpful as you are, it wouldn't do to rely on you forever. No, from this point on, I want to make sure I can get by on my own when the time comes. There might be others who could use a hand, though, so you ought to talk to the chief. Thanks again, and be seeing you. The Kitchen Automaton, level 80. Ollie, we've done it, ho. Zilly, we've restored Comra to the way it was. This calls for grog, lots of it. Ah, but before I drink myself silly, I should put this in surer hands. It's another recording device from Konog. After all this time, we still don't know where the lad is, but I hope he'll return soon so he can marvel at the fine work we've done with our village. Speaking of returning, could you come with me? There's something else I want to tell you. Some days ago, Glag suddenly vanished from the village. I rounded up a crew of my miners, and together we set out to find him. His trail led us deep into the machine's base inside the crater, to the place where we encountered that strange white orb. It was there we found Glag, lying face down and unmoving. We rushed to his aid, but before we could do so much as roll him over, he got up and proceeded to walk off in the direction of the village, as if we weren't there, as if nothing had happened. Since then, Glag's been back to his normal self, as far as anyone can tell, at any rate. We've no idea what brought on those bursts of strange behavior. Perhaps the man just had too much to drink. Perhaps it was something else. But whatever it was, we've decided to keep things quiet and leave well enough alone. You're one of the few privy to the situation, so I thought I should let you know how it ended. I also want to thank you again. You truly have a beard of gold, Zillian. We wouldn't have been able to rebuild our village without you. The way I see it, this place is as much your home as it is ours, so no matter where you go, know that there'll always be a tankard of ale waiting here for you. You obtain a message from Konog. Message can be viewed in your portable archive, which is available under Collection in the Duty section of the main menu. Read the message, and then we'll pick up the other quest. Konog 6. For as long as I can remember, it's been just the two of us. Hardly anyone even bothered to be kind to us, but we always had each other. When I was with Anog, there was nothing to fear. What my sister wanted most was to get revenge on the world that had done this to us. I can't accept that world got her first. I won't. Okay. Level 80, whence the heart leads. Your work restoring Comra to its former glory may be finished, but the dig site chief's not quite done with you yet. Holly, I can't thank you enough. Ho, Comra is looking like its old self again. Better, if we're honest. You can see that for yourself, though, so let me tell you something you don't know. I hear that automata of Dwarven make have been spotted about Yulmore of late, signature frog motif and all. Now, where would those city folk have gotten their hands on artisanry like that? We certainly haven't been peddling them to outsiders, you aside. I can think of one dwarf who might be, though, one with the right skills and little else to his name. If it is Konog, well, I have a lot to say to him. I'm sorry, for starters. And it'd be nice if he could see how far we've come, the new Comra. I'd like to think he'd be happy here. Anyway, seeing as you're the worldly sort, I doubt you'll have too much trouble picking up his trail in Yulmore. Let me know what you find. Is he actually like in Yulmore, or is he like outside? No, he's actually in. I've got gold, I've got jewels, I've got gold-plated jewels. Not interested in my wares? Pity. I did see a dwarf in black, though, yes, odd little fellow, came selling one of those dog contraptions, not quite to my personal taste, but a rare find to be sure. Place an order as well, paid in advance. Say, if you're looking for the chap anyway, would you save me some time and take it to him? He mentioned that he was sleeping down in the derelicts. Odd lad, as I said. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the place, but fortunately he drew a map to his preferred hovel. Wait just a little longer, Anog. With the machine's technology, I can bring you back. I will. I'll make it work. I will. I will. I can't. I can't. I'm not good enough. Never good enough. I can't. Anog, I can't do this. Can't live in a world without you. I just can't. You're such a crybaby. Anog? The one end, well, suffice it to say that I'm back, thanks to your hard work and my innate genius, of course. Anog, I have nowhere to go. I'm all alone. That was before. You have me now. And don't you dare say we have nowhere to go. There's a whole world waiting for us, Konog. Sent allied with Anog versus Konog. 2021525. Elemental. Yes, Adam. Oh, is this like because you picked one or whatever? By server? I don't remember. It's been so many weeks. Like you pick a side like early on. Change it any? Guess we'll have to look that up. I think everybody picks Anog. Overwhelmingly. Like 2-1. Hmm. YoRHA, Dark Apocalypse. The end. Yeah, I guess we gotta go talk back to the chief. 3. All right, Chief, what say you? Ollie, don't keep me in suspense. Ho, did you find Konog? Found his workshop, but I don't know where he's gone. You were right that he was in Yulmore, but now... That's disappointing. Still, I appreciate you letting me know all the same. What's that you have there? Some kind of fancy mead? Konog, but what's it for? Aside from the obvious, I mean. I think he'd appreciate it if you passed it on to the woman who was injured. Make sure Konog gets it when he comes home. Who was injured? I don't think he's coming back. I will. I only wish things hadn't turned out like this. What happened to the village was bad enough, but then everyone was at each other's throats, and Anog and Konog were gone. Don't even get me started on the Glag debacle. I keep turning it all over in my mind, and I see nothing but the mistakes we made, and I wonder how can any of us be sure that we won't make a mess of things again. Maybe we can't. Maybe we just try to remember every single day how bloody wrong we probably are, and we learn to live with that. Maybe that's the only answer we get. Level 80, Whence the Heart Leads, complete. Even unlocked, Inner Truth. I believe that's it.